Okay, so anyway, I actually changed my mind in these few seconds. I'm gonna finish the characteristics of Christ. I'm actually gonna go over the ones that I've already talked about. I have been kind of getting a little sidetracked. There's been so much happen to me, right? And again, I know I'm not the only one. This isn't just about me. This is about saving the people that are stuck in these places right now as we speak and who have been victimized by corrupt government and so on and so forth. Let's just pluck it at its head, shall we? Anyway, right? So we've got humble service. This is all character of Christ. Humble service. John 13, 1 through 5. Holiness, 1 Peter 1, 15 through 16. Righteousness, 1 John 3, 7. Purity, 1 John 3, 3. Love, Ephesians 5, 1 through 2. Forgiveness, Colossians 3:13. Compassion, Ephesians 4:32. Endurance, Hebrew 12, 2 and 4. And again, endurance is just not giving up, being persistent, right? The squeaky wheel. Submission, right? Submitting is totally different than being a slave. And whenever I say a slave, I mean you are using control. Either control is on you and you're a slave, which there is a form of control over you if you still vibrate low, right? Because there are things from your life that have you so bogged down that it prevents you from the very thing that Papa said was most of all, and that's love. It's okay to get angry about something, but you have to be forgiving. You have to be compassionate. If you are going to claim to be of Christ and of his lineage, you better start being these things, people. And let me tell you what, I'm here to tell you and to prove to you that it can happen. Because I've done it. I'm doing it. People know I'm different. People call me weird. People call me this, they call me that. Well, you know what? I think you're the one that's weird. Because I don't see how you burp and fart in front of your man like it's fucking Saturday Night Comedy. Like, to me, that's just... It's a peasant. It's not a queen. It's not a queen. And queens don't go around ripping people off, and they aren't Jezebels. Controlling sexual demons. Anyway, submission, submitting to God, saying, you know what, I lay down my life, I give it all to you. The devil's, Lucifer, he's taken my children. He has done all of these things to me, tried to have me killed. I was sadistically, sexually, physically, verbally abused my whole life. Like, I mean, this shit, I didn't even get it stopped until I was in my early 30s, mid 30s. It took me a long time, but I did it. Anyway, submission, submitting to God, laying your life down, saying, you know what, Papa, whatever you tell me to do, I will do it. Even if everybody disagrees with it, even if everybody yells at me and screams at me and acts as if they're Pharisees, they're trying to shove their doctrine down my throat. A true follower of the one true God, the Most High God, and his son slash daughter. Okay, let me just get it clear. It's his daughter this go round. Anyway, it's just submitting your life. It's allowing things to come and allowing things to go. It's just saying, Papa, I lay my life in your hands. That's the one that you can give a gift and they'll give it back. The hell, they Papa wants to give you the gift. It ain't even about you. He's like, hey, I love you here. But how many of you are going to take it? How many of you are actually going to sacrifice your lives, the way you do things, to line up with the Word of God? Let me ask you that. You better get thinking about it. Stop worrying about your neighbor. Stop worrying about this person and that person. Don't worry about nobody but you. You better get it figured out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. For submission, 1 Peter 2, 21 through 24. Then we've got humility and obedience, right? Obedience is being loyal to your cause, not jumping ship when things get bad, not turning around and turning your back on the very things that you pretended to stand for, right? Don't do that. Humility. Don't get it confused with humiliation, all right? Just let me tell you right now. Humility, humbleness. Doing things without pride. Doing things without prideful, anything that could stem from pride, right? Watch out. Watch out for pride. Look at the things in your life that you notice are causing the most stumbling blocks for you. Then start looking back in your life at traumas and different things that have happened, even if it's been just that a parent is gone. These things do literally affect our DNA, okay? Anyway, humility and obedience. Philippians 2, 5 through 8. Kindness. Doing things with a generous, meaningful heart without expecting it back. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't just be a couple of these. You have to be all of this. Okay? All of it. All of it. So for those of you who've just floated by saying, I'm saved by grace, I'm going to do what I want, I can. Let me tell you what, you better hit them brakes. You have wasted a huge portion of your life believing that just because you said a few words, you're immediately going to heaven. I don't think so. This is something that you have to work towards. And the thing is to be a good person, you know what? I'm honestly, like, I know you get judged by the people you hang out with, and I've always hung out with people that are exactly like the woman who raised me. Crank crickets. Abusive. Jezebel spirits, right? Spirit of Delilah. Maybe Delilah. Anyway, these women are like succubus, man. And there's even men like that. And I'm going to tell you what. Yes, Christ is here. And I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, for kindness, you've got Luke 6:35. Then you've got generous giving. How many of you have $5 left to your name, no cigarettes, and you see somebody standing there who's hungry? How many of you would pull that $5 out of your pocket, not knowing that you were going to get anything that day, but you were doing it because it's like, hey, you aren't greedy, okay? Because let's make it clear, money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is. If you will do anything for money, you really better check yourself. Because I'm going to tell you what, hell's not pleasant. It's not. And let me tell you what, I've experienced, oh my God. Anyway, generous giving, 2 Corinthians 8, 1 through 9, okay? So again, you can't just be a few of these. Now I'm going to tell you something that's really pissing me off, right? This is the part that's pissing me off. I pointed out the characteristics of Christ for a reason because I asked you, would you know Christ? Would you know the Christ? Whatever it may be. Would you know him? Her? Would you know her? If she was standing right next to you. Let me tell you what. The same glasses that you looked at that person through, just know that that was only you projecting yourself on that person because you automatically assumed they were like you. I did the same thing. I'm very good-hearted. I'm very kind. I'm very loving. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, after what I've been through, I'm balanced now. Let me tell you what, that warrior side, it's here now. Okay? And if anybody feels froggy, I just want you to know that the army that I have behind me, the one you can't visibly see, because let me just tell you something. Everything happens spiritually before it manifests physically, right? So, me and my angel team, spirit, my ancestors, hell, even some of your people's ancestors have joined forces with me, and they tell on you because they see how low vibrational you are, and they're like, oh, hell no, we want to vibrate higher. Some of you have ancestors that have totally abandoned you. You ought to be worried because they are the ones who help you. You may go through a storm, but they're the ones that are dinging things back, trying to help you. Now, if you're just totally a low vibrational person and your ancestors are the same, you will not probably experience that, right? Because let's just face it, you're used to being low vibrational. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who you are. If you truly know me, and honestly, most of the memories, or actually most, if not all, if you sit back and look at it, I have fallen under every fucking one of them. And I still do. And the whole reason, the whole driving force to that is because of the Most High God, my Papa. Now, let me tell you something, right? I have always been kind of led to believe that tarot is all black magic, but the people who raised me was that way. Now, I'm figuring out that it happened exactly the way it was supposed to, right? I was purchased as a child. I was a slave, sexually, housework, kids. I mean, even for her business, she made me a slave. Because there was no, I don't want to go to work. It was always, get your fucking ass up and let's go, or I'm going to pull you by your hair. She was very abusive. But anybody who knows me and knows anything about what I've been through, even the way that you've done me, because let's face it, most of you that know me, I mean, some of you, yes, I mean, I'm only human too. I'm not saying I'm perfect. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is some of you are just offensively mean just to everybody. You have no respect for yourself, let alone somebody else, but yet you walk around talking about loyalty. Well, let's see how loyal you are to your cause here whenever this atomic bomb hits, because it's going to be hitting. It's going to be hitting soon. And it's going to get ugly. Now, I know this video is going to probably go viral because I am telling you that I am the Christ. Okay? I am the Christ. The Christ, the characteristics. Christ is a teacher that comes back to teach you. I have proof that my body actually healed from a complete hysterectomy that I had in 06. Twin fetal heartbeats, February 6th of this year. Hold on, let me grab the paper. Because I'm just going to show you what's up, okay? I know I've got it. I just have to find it. I should have been prepared. But it is what it is. In my world, it is what it is. And watch, the one time I need it, it's not here. Oh, shit. What time is it? Oh, okay. Forgot, people. I have appointments today. Alright, so go figure. Huh. Let's be in my other bag. I'm surprised though. Because normally I have it on me. Huh. I have tons of notes about shit though. Anyway, I have actual proof that I manifested a healing. Right? I think I found it. And again, if I have to, well, I don't have to do shit. The right people will find my information. Like, it is what it is. What the? Those are the same ones I just had. I may have to just make another video. Well, I'll be making another one anyway. Oh, nope. I found it. I found it. Now. And let's see. Let's see where the camera. Right? I can't hardly see. Right here you have 2 fetal heart tones. Okay? Now, I have people give me their ideas of what it is. Well, don't push your disbelief off on my belief, right? It doesn't matter what you say. That's the whole reason how I manifested this, is I didn't give a shit what anybody else said. I know what my papa told me. And what he told me was that he was going to heal me. And he did. He did. I have actual proof, okay? Anyway. So it's not just that. It's also, you know, I have allowed others to really use and abuse me because I was such a compassionate, caring, and loving person, right? And the woman who raised me, she knows exactly who I am. She knows exactly who I am. Now, I also want to let you know, I said something in the video about Hitler using tarot. I have noticed that, like, every fucking movie is, like, there's something that signifies hugely to my life. You guys have been reading, whoever I'm speaking to that is actually the tarot readers, the oracles, right? To those of you that have been ripping off my life and using it, thank you for putting it out there. But also, get ready to pay the fuck up. Do you understand me? And Papa's getting ready to block things big time so that you can't see it. It's spiritually blocked. Also, I wear my protection on my body. I wear my runes. And the fact of the matter is, oops, you're screwed. And I am actually coming out about who the fuck I am. I finally woke 2 hours ago to who I am. And the more I thought about how I've been ripped off and schemed and all this music and shit, and I'm gonna tell you what, there are some of you guys, I'm keeping y'all around, right? Because y'all are badass, okay? And I like music from all genres, so it is what it is. But here's the thing. I'm letting you know that I am that highly spiritually protected. Papa is not doing in my life, and he did not take me through the bowels of hell. Literally, it felt like God had turned his back on me, but I knew he didn't. And even if he did, I knew he would turn back around. I knew it. So it didn't matter to me. I hung myself August 3rd. Coincidentally, that was my youngest daughter's birthday. Hung myself. It was to save my children. It was to bring attention into Williamson County Jail. They cut me down and I woke up to them ripping the flesh out of the bottom of my foot. I still have the scar. Reflex check. Well, I obtained my EMT. I never got around to taking the state test because some bullshit, okay? But, and I was on the fire department a short time because, again, I had to move because of some fucking bullshit. I would never make the same mistake twice. Anyway, my life has been propaganded, right? And the things that I speak, they are, and they will come to pass. Because again, the Most High God, my Papa, my ancestors' spiritual team in the universe, we all work together. The universal egg. I am the universal egg. And I have more... My eyes are so open to what's going on that I'm just like... Papa knows I love a challenge. And I'm telling you right now, this is like giving an autistic kid like a screwed up car, you know what I mean? Cars, you know? Everything, yeah, it feels good to them to actually line that stuff up. And I know that feeling. I mean, I partly wonder if I'm a little autistic myself in a sense because I have those same knacks. Like, I'm like, oh, and it feels good to the heart and to the soul. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it tickles, you know? But anyway, so they've been using tarot on my life. Things are starting to make sense. Rihanna, take a bow. Because it's over now. I am going to be revealing secrets. I'm going to be revealing a lot of freaking secrets, right? And I'm going to be using the tarot to do it. That's the thing, people. I am the one true, actual light worker, gatekeeper. Right? Gatekeeper. I've got the keys. I can say, hey, this is how. Christ is the truth, the way, the life. Nobody comes through the Father except through Him. Her. Okay? Because what I was shown is that, well, for one, the Bible's been rewritten so many times it's unreal. But Papa already knew that would happen, and he already worked it out for the greater good of all of us, and all glory be to Him, right? And I mean, we're going to be just happy and full of love and joyful anyway. The difference between a servant and a slave is free will. Alright? Controlling people, you need to understand that you are actually doing black magic. Okay? You need to understand that. Whenever you go, and what I mean by that is whenever you go to control something to the point where it causes you to be angry and you lash out and you hurt other people, or even if you're just hurting yourself, right? It is causing a negative reaction. Even if you're just attacking somebody with words, you can attack somebody. Whenever you attack somebody with words, let me tell you something. You're attacking them spiritually, and you are accountable to the Most High God for that. You better make sure that your heart can weigh against the feather, meaning you better start forgiving shit and letting it go. Turn around and walk the hell away. If you got to move out of the area, move out of the area. But stop saying in a dramatic situation and then bitching about it. Because let me tell you what. Y'all keep doing that, you ain't even going to see it whenever they come crashing into your house and they kill your whole fucking family. And feast on all the goods you've saved up. And I'm not telling people not to save up. But again, yes, I am. Because the word... the word also says not to worry about what you're going to eat. Because if or where you're going to sleep, where you're going to... Because if he even loves the birds so much to feed them every day and give them a place to sleep, they freely trust. And he supplies their needs throughout the day. Okay, the day. Worry about today. Tomorrow has enough worries of its own. Worry about today. Whenever you do anything in excess, it's actually demonic, okay? And you people need to understand this because, one, I care, right? I do care, and I do want to see healing. The fact of the matter is you're gonna have to forgive, and you're gonna have to forgive yourself, right? Because guilt always comes in. But if you choose to remain, I'm just telling you people, stop running around talking godly like Joy says with the bumper sticker and the freaking window decals. Why the fuck do you gotta prove to everybody your walk with God? How is that humble? That sounds more prideful to me. That's airing it out. If you want to spread the word, then get out and be that living testimony. Get out and be what lines up with the characteristics of Christ. Stop pretending. Stop fooling yourself. Because you're not going to heaven. You are not on that track. You're stunted, right? The thing is what it all ties in to the things that's going on in the government, right? These 5G towers, all of these different things that they're doing, it's to affect the vibration and cut the tie for the oracle, so that the oracle may not speak to the Most High God. To those of you who have a problem with tarot, you're really going to have a problem with what I have to say. Oracle is a divinity tool, which is a divine tool, which is actually of the Most High God. It was perversed by Lucifer. He perversed everything else. So how can you pick and choose what he perverses yet? No. Just because you don't believe it, or you do, doesn't mean it's true. It may be true to you, but it may not be true to me. It may not be true to him. It may not be true to her. Stop forcing your shit on other people. And the more you have to, The word says, there is nothing waiting for you. You have reaped all your gifts on earth. You have gotten all the praise, all the pat on the back, all the how many of you are actually getting out of churches and actually getting out into towns, cities, and actually helping people? How many of you are actually stepping out and helping the homeless population? Because let me tell you what, where I'm at, there's like no help. There's other places where you go to jail for being homeless. I mean, I don't understand how we can have a system where we create a society that's disabled, we monopolize all the money and keep it and money launder it in through accounts through like Facebook, Instagram, Walmart, Wayfair. And yeah, the Wayfair commercial with the left forearm tattoo, that was cute. It's subliminal messaging, people, and you really need to wake up to it, because what's coming to us is something that is going to destroy a lot of people if they do not wake up. It's no different than Noah with the ark, right? He tried to tell people. They laughed at him. He didn't care. He continued to do what he needed to do, and guess what he did? He saved himself and his family. I'm also going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you right before I tell you, I do not give anybody permission to steal my work with what I'm getting ready to say. And now I'm going to say what I need to say, and then I'm going to say again, I do not give anybody any permission to take my work. I can prove that I come up with this a long time ago. So again, don't try to steal my work, because that's plagiarism, and you will be incarcerated, right? Okay, glad we got that clear. E equals MC squared, right? Since I've actually been into tarot, and whenever I was in jail, I learned about energies because I had energies that were actually teaching me while I was in there, hence my ancestors. This body, I gotta get ready to download and start again. This body's just an earth suit, right? It's a space suit for earth, because this is what we need to survive on earth. Okay? The energy's still here. Anyway, E equals MC squared. I believe what that is energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't know that their metaphysics even existed, right? Because even though I've studied a bunch of things, if I haven't heard of it, I've never studied it. Because everything I hear of, I study. Now, energy equals metaphysical change square. Right? And if this reaches the right person, I can even show you in demonstration what my ancestors showed me, right? What they showed me on how to explain this. And all of this came about because I was sitting on my bunk in Williamson County, and because I was in lockdown most of the time, because let me tell you what, them murderers on the outside, the baby killer and the fellatio entrapment bitch for a killer, right? They were scared of me. And they should be. Anybody who is doing crimes against humanity, crimes against creation, you deserve to be punished, and you are going to be punished. And I am the vessel that Papa is using to speak the truth. And I'm going to tell you right now that Papa told me about Brazil, right? He told me about Brazil. He told me about Eduardo almost a year ago. Think about that. Papa tells me things. There are other things that I know of, right? But I'm going to tell you right now, they put it in the Bible not to mess with tarot, because they, again, don't want you using the same tactics they do, right? So anyway, I am getting ready to cut this video. I've got to download them, and then I'm going to create a couple more, okay? I'm going to finish this. I don't want to leave this on a note of, hey, I'm the Christ, and everybody be like, this bitch is nuts. Well, yeah, I did come out a little crazy, because with everything that's happened to me, I could not remain anything on any scale of normal. There was no way. However, anyway, I'll be back. Bye, guys.